smile. Look at the smile. Seriously, always happy, always laughing, bubbly. She brings up our days, and so we want to learn some from her. We want to find out what her passion is and why she's here with Mary Kay. So please help me welcome Monica.
Yes, Mary Kay is definitely the place to be. I got a little side job, you know, kind of full-time in the mailroom a couple years ago, and they weren't quite ready for perky Mary Kay. I would come in, and my boss would say, "Okay, better go before you go in there." Okay. Well, Mary Kay is the place to be.
How sad is that?
I know. Yeah, but yeah, I turned them around. Well, I started Mary Kay back when I was mid-20s, way back when. But you know, I wasn't feeling good when I started Mary Kay, and the doctor had said you need to quit your full-time job and get more rest so you can recover. But Mary Kay is the place to be. You know, all this positivity and friendliness and, you know, cheering each other on really pulled me out of that, and it's just a wonderful place to be. And so I enjoy working with women. I used to work full-time, and I found doing 2 appointments a week, then I could replace what my paycheck was. So that's where I'm working now. It's like I'm just going to do that again and, you know, work forwards and do that. The other thought I had was, you know how as women you think, well, I got to have something for later on in case you need something, you know, if something happens to your husband or, you know, whatever happens, you need something in the back burner that you can work on or that you can have for you. And so I had told that to one of my friends in Little Rock. I said, well, you know, you're busy having kids, stuff is going on. Like, well, I'm, you know, going to make sure I always hang on to my Mary Kay because I might need it. And she goes, you know, that's a really good thought. She's a cardiac nurse at Little Rock Baptist Hospital, still is. And so she did that. So she's still on my team. She's never done a lot, but she buys for herself and whatever, she's still on my team. So when she retires, she'll have something that she can do. And that's true for me too, you know. Now you're in a different stage in life. Different things happen, you move, whatever, but you can always take your Mary Kay with you. And I just love that. And I love working with women, and I love being able to solve people's problems and help them with whatever they need.
Okay, let's affirm. You know, Monica touched your lives way before today, so who wants to affirm this lovely lady, huh?
Okay, well, I just, again, like Cindy said, I love being around Monica. She is kind of like being around an original Mary Kay. Because she does, well, I mean, seriously, because she always just thinks the Mary Kay way. She always, and she knows so much, and she's seen so much in Mary Kay. And she's got a very faithful heart, and she just, I don't know, and just, like you said, just her smile and just being around her. I love when we get to go do things like to retreats and things together. She's fun. Absolutely. But the other thing I love is that she's very consistent, and she's a survivor of some things in her life, and she just comes through them, and she comes through them better than even before. So I just think that she's a very strong woman. Strong faith.
Yeah. Pioneer grit.
Well, Pioneer grit.
Okay, so here we are. We have 6 minutes. We just can't talk about money in 6 minutes.
Just share a couple.
I am going to share because I really want you guys, I guess, maybe this will be a closing too, because maybe that'll help inspire you. 25 years ago, I was a daycare provider. Married my husband, he was laid off and on from his job all the time because he wasn't for another company. And we had no money. There was days, you guys, that I would sit at the window with my 3 little kids waiting for the mail to go by to see if we were ready to get another phone and I look at that life and I look at this life and it seems like it's a whole different world. But I want you, if you're in that life, feel like you might be in that life, I want you to be in my life. Because I'm so blessed, you guys, to have the place I have, to have the money that we have, to be able to do what we are able to do, to be able to give what we're able to give. Because of Mary Kay. Because of Mary Kay. And so what my message to you is that when you start out your Mary Kay, if you do not learn how to manage your money and make your money
with that little bit, you are not gonna be able to do it with a lot. And I'm so grateful that I learned early on how to manage my money because I have a lot of money to manage now. And that's a true blessing, but I can also give a lot, right? So, here's how it works in Mary Kay. You have to work to make money. Okay? Did you kind of get that message today? You have to work to make money. That means, and what does work mean for you? It means you're seeing faces. You're seeing faces. If a week goes by and you have not seen a face and showed them your product, you're not working. Okay? And I'm not here to judge or put you down for that. I'm just telling you the fact. That's a fact. You're not working, you're not making money. So the more faces you see, the more money you'll make, all right? The best way to work your Mary Kay business is to have a full inventory of product. That means you have your own store of product. Some of you may have it, some of you don't probably. But that's the best way to work it, because what happens when you have a full store of product is you can give that instant service, right? And then as soon as they pay you for it, they pay you $100, $50 is your money, okay, that's your profit, and the other $50 has to go back to order the product to go back on your shelf. That's how simple that is. If you do not have a full inventory, then that's your first goal, is to work for full inventory, okay? If you have a Mary Kay sales debt, you know, maybe you've invested in inventory over the years. I've got a great sheet I'm going to give you here, and I don't even think I need to go over it because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to show you how to pay off your debt and build inventory. Okay, and I can't say that enough, you guys. You will just keep spinning your wheels if you don't ever get a full inventory, and if you have a lot of debt, you're just going to feel like you're not worth it. Okay, so your first thing is going to be to figure out how you can get some inventory on your shelf and how you're going to pay for it. You've got to keep working. I kept doing, I think I told you, 2 parties a week was my goal. I never worked a lot more than that in my Mary Kay career. I worked about two solid parties every week for 25 years. Has got me where I'm at. All right? That whatever that looks like for you. So you will, this sheet, I'll have you guys can pass this out, but I'll just go over it because it's just, Jackie, make sure everybody gets one of those. Okay, this is a business tracking register. All right? So it's going to have the date. Now, whether you can create this on Excel, online, however you want to do it. I had a notebook when I started Mary Kay because we didn't even have a computer. Do you guys know that? 25 years, we didn't even have a computer to work our Mary Kay. Can you imagine? No, you can't. Okay. I had a notebook, so I did it in like a spiral notebook. I tracked my money, but I tracked my money. So you're going to have the date of your sale, the activity, whether it was a facial, a party, or whatever it was that you had that you made money on. The retail product off your shelf. You always want to know what went off your shelf, like how much went off your shelf, okay? You track that. But there's a 60-40 rule, and this is the only way I can do this really quick. Maybe we'll set up another Saturday money management class.
That'd be awesome. Be great.
I think we should do that.
I love that.
60-40 rule in Mary Kay. What does the 60-40 rule mean? It means that 60% of whatever you bring in or sell stays with your Mary Kay, all right? 40% is what we would call your profit, only though if you have paid off your inventory, okay? Because your inventory payoff has to come out of your profit. Does that make sense? So when we say you make 50%, you do, but if you're a smart businesswoman, you don't, okay? Does that make sense? So this will break it up for you. The 50% is going to be up here for your product given away. And then the other, the A, B, C, and D, if you guys all have that now, that's your little extra 10% that goes on top of your 50% to make it 60. I'll start that again. I'll say that again. I know for me it seems simple, but for you it might not be. 50% is going to go back into ordering product, right? We're going to add an extra 10% of that to cover A, B, C, and D. Because have you ever been in the position where you said, I got to do PCP, but I don't have the money? Preferred Customer Program? Or they got a workshop coming up, but I don't know how to pay for it? Or I want to go to career conference, but I don't have the money? A, B, C, and D is going to be your extra 10%. If you're working consistently, that will build up over time, and you will always have that extra money to do all those things. And then the other percent is what is your profit, the 40%. And that's the last column here, okay? But your 40%, don't just take and buy shoes or go shopping. You got to look at your business and say, do I have a debt to pay off in my business? Don't you want to be debt free? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. It's way more fun than having a lot of debt, you guys. I've been on both sides. Debt free. You want to own your business outright, right? So every time you order, you pay for the order, and that's it. That's how I worked my business for many, many years. but this 40% is where you have to look at that. If I have a credit card debt or a loan, I gotta take it out of my 40% until I get it paid off. The more you work, the quicker you pay it off. When it's paid off, now that 40% goes into your dream account. Do you guys know what your dream account is? What's your Mary Kay money for? You should have touched on that with some of your why today, but I always say there's a Mary Kay goal, but that is not your why. Your red jacket, your car, those are goals in Mary Kay. Your why is why am I working this business to make the money? Okay, and that's what we call your dream account where your 40% goal. That's a really brief, a really
That's
brief
good.
money management, okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
so
Did you guys
I think-
gain something from that?
Absolutely.
This is the debt one. You guys want this one. So I'll
Yes.
pass it out. It's really easy to show you how to break down your money weekly, even if you're just selling 200 a week. You can break it down and pay off current debt, other debt, Mary Kay debt, and do the whole thing, okay? So you definitely want to take one of those.
And one thing I'll add to that is one of the best ways to be financially secure in this business is to team build.
True. You
Team build, you guys, because my sales money is just, I mean, our commission, then we
Oh
have
my
the fun sales money, besides my house, we have nothing to pay out, our life is good. You know what I mean? But you work to have the good life. You know what I mean? To be able to travel and to have the experiences and to never be worried about money or stressed or have to tell your kids, you can't have that. Like, you guys, that's the lifestyle. But you have to be willing to do it today.
Yep.
You gotta work today. You gotta share this opportunity because it's like opening up I'll do a quick 3-minute team building.
Do your, like the party thing, because they're going to be booking parties. So
Yes, to do like the
Right.
team building, guys, it's like opening up. Isn't it better to have 3 Starbucks than it is to have 1? If you're just doing everything yourself, isn't it fun to have? Now you've got avenues of income coming in from other people living their best life.
Yep.
They're making money, they're building their customer base. It's so important to share this opportunity because we would not have. What's been your highest love check, Cindy?
14,000 in 1 month?
14,000. That would not have come if she just only would have sold product.
No.
You know, you can make great money selling products, don't get me wrong, it's great money, but you want to create a life, share this opportunity with people, and share it with excitement and share passion. So I'm just going to be real quick, team building made easy. I'm going to tell you something
Yes.
that...
Team building made easy. Yes,
So
say yes.
yes. Here's one thing I'm really passionate about. In fact, I'm even leaving a starter kit here for those of you who are going to do makeovers because I think one of the biggest mistakes that consultants make is they don't utilize the skincare party for everything. Why not have them sign up at the skincare party? I was looking back at when I was building my business, my mom told me the best use of your time is to sell them product, then ask them if they can stay a little bit and hear a little bit about Mary Kay, and then ask them if there's any reason why they would want to get their business started today. We don't always need to set up all of these sharing appointments, you guys. There are certain personalities that, yes, they need to hear the whole entire recruiting notebook. They need to see all the pictures. But there are a lot of people. How many of you are decision makers, would you say? Raise your hand if you're decision makers. Okay? And then how many of you kind of have to think it through? Okay? There's a few people who might have to think it through. But your job at the skincare party is, of course, to get them excited about the product, but to give them information. And so I just learned, this is going to bless your socks off. I just learned from Heidi Gauser. She said, we are not marketing our market plan in the right way for what people want right now. Let me hear this. So she said, Mrs. F. Cab is no longer applicable to what we want to share about this opportunity. So let's just write down a couple things. What do women want right now? Let's talk about it. What do women want? Time. More time. They want money. Whoops. Let me give you some examples. How many times have you heard the word tribe?
Yeah.
Tribe. People want a tribe, right?
Yeah.
What else do people want? They want flexibility. They want, what I've been hearing a lot of you guys, they want experiences.
Oh yeah.
People want experiences almost more than they want money right now. People want experiences. They want flexibility. They want drive. How about positive self-growth? What else?
Balance.
Yes, they want balance in their life. Haven't you guys heard a lot about women empowerment? Like they want to be they want to have a voice, right? They want to make a difference. Okay? Anybody follow think about Rachel Hollis right now, you guys. Come on, everybody knows who she is. People are flocking in mass amounts of numbers to her because she is giving them what already Mary Kay offers, you guys. It's just that she is not silencing her mouth. That's the thing, is our biggest thing is we are keeping Mary Kay a secret. That's really our biggest problem, you guys, is we're keeping it a secret. So they want balance, they want self-growth, they want to make a difference. What else? Let's holler out. There's more, guys.
They want to meet new people.
Yes, they want connections.
Yes.
They want positive girlfriends.
Yes.
What else?
Independence.
Yes, they want independence. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They want to be able to make their own future themselves, right?
They want financial freedom.
Freedom. Okay, well, what does Mary Kay offer?
All of them.
It offers all of them. And what Heidi said, which I think is so true today, she said when the economy, not that there's going to be people who don't want money, but she said when the economy is good, people care a lot more about the empowerment, the self-growth, the living a balanced life, right? The experiences. When the economy is bad, everybody is usually more concerned about the money. So she said we've got to change the way that we're marketing our business. So what she suggested, and I love this, and I'm going to ask you guys, how could we incorporate this into our skincare party? Sharing the opportunity. If we're not doing this as FCAB, how can we incorporate this into our opportunity?
In your eye story.
Part of your eye story? But how about we want to interact with people,
Ask
right?
them what they want.
Exactly. That's exactly what we came up. What if you just said, okay, ladies, I'm going to give you a ticket for participation. Share with me some things that women want right now or that you personally want in your life, okay? And then say, if you share something that Mary Kay doesn't offer, I'll give you 10 tickets.
Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't it? Because think about it, you guys, you're letting them, people will remember what they're sharing. If you're just standing up there, okay, so we make good money, Mary Kay, we love recognition, all of that is great. But what people really, but they're telling you what they want, and then guess what? You can share how Mary Kay fits into those. So a conversation should look like, especially at the skincare party or at the facial, is to say, boldly ask the level of expectancy. Sharon is at my party, I would say, Sharon, what other information would you need to know about our Mary Kay opportunity to make a decision to join us today? What other information? Why are we saying, okay, now let's set up a sharing appointment? You know, you can set up a sharing appointment if you can't get her there. But your first goal is sign her up. She's excited. Daisha Wiegart told us that actually when you meet up with them a second time, you're decreasing your rate of her joining by over 70%. Because you got her, she's excited. She's really excited. Okay, and we're taking a lot of people like, well, she's talked to her husband. She does. But I always say, girl, if you were at Target and you could pay $100 and they would say, go ahead and pick out $500 worth of stuff, would you call your husband and ask him if it's okay? Like, you'd be shoving things in your car, wouldn't you? Like, this is a $100 decision. I would love to work with you. I think you'd be amazing at this. So together, if we work together, we can make great things happen, right? So we're working on, and then we're taking them. Then if they're like, oh, I need more information, fine, book them a second appointment. But I think we're looking past people who are ready to join at the skincare party because either we have insecurities or maybe we're not somebody who would join on the spot, but I would join on the spot. I'm an impulse person, okay? And I become $1 million sales director because I'm an impulse person, right? How many of you, anybody else can be like, it's like, bring me a good opportunity, I'll take it. Some might need step by step by step, but if you can share and say, this is what women want, is there any other information you need to know to make this decision today? And then you can share with them. And then if they're not ready, you book them for a second appointment, you guys. But everything should happen, and we heard it over and over and over again at leadership, didn't we? And I heard it a lot, that we're making it too difficult. By then, now we can't meet up with her. Now her mom's sick. Now her dog is dying. And so now she's not that excited anymore because we weren't bold enough to just ask her, girl, I would love to have you on my team. You'd be an amazing asset to my team. Whether you run with it, walk with it, jog with it is totally up to you. I'm excited to work with you. Let's get you started today. Look at your neighbor and say, let's get you started today. Look at her. Let's get you started today. today.
Lisa.
So they can't
Let's
make
get you
this
started today.
decision. They can't make this decision if you're not sharing the opportunity. So you gotta find a fun way to incorporate it, because isn't this everything that, do we really have much else we need to share about Mary Kay when we talk about this? We can talk about the experience that this business has given us, the flexibility to be able to keep your priorities in order, about how I get, you share, people love stories. So when you can incorporate stories, people are drawn to stories. So I love Brenda. Did you notice that, Barbara? I'm sharing all the stories that she shared, because that's what I will always remember. So my challenge for you is be bold enough and expect people to be ready to join on the spot at your skincare party. And if they're not ready, then book them for a second appointment, or giving them, some people need some layering. But if you think about that stat, when you say, okay, great, you're pretty much ready to go, but you just need a little bit of information, let's meet a week from tomorrow, you're decreasing your chances of recruiting her by 70%. If that's not a big eye opener. So, and the last thing I'll share, if you are doing a face-to-face one-on-one sharing appointment, it doesn't really matter how you do it. It doesn't really matter what you use. All you gotta do is, one of the biggest questions that Barbara asked us to say is, what do you love? What do you love? What do you love, and what are your priorities? That you can learn a lot about people. But you just connect with them at their heart, find out what it is that they love, what they would love their life to look like in a few years, and then just incorporate Mary Kay, make it about them, and how can this fit into what they want in their life. That's the simplest way to team build. But the reason we're not team building, guys, isn't because we're saying things wrong. It's because we're either making it a more complicated process, or thinking we need to share every dime and dozen about showing every prize that you've earned from Mary Kay or whatever. Is that we're not opening our mouth and boldly asking, is there any reason why we can't get you joined today? You've got your products, you're excited, I'm excited to work with you, let's do this. So,
Who feels bold?
bold!